So, AI coding assistants, they're pretty much everywhere now, right? But are you really getting the most out of them? We're going to dive into a new way of working with them, a much more powerful way. It's called agentic coding, and honestly, it might completely change how you think about these tools.
Okay, just imagine for a second. What if you had a coding partner who never gets tired, one who can spit out boilerplate code in an instant, never forgets a design pattern, and can literally work around the clock? That's the real promise here, when we stop thinking of AI as just a tool and start seeing it as a teammate. That, right there, is the heart of agentic coding.
So, what is it really? Well, at its core, agentic coding is all about collaboration. It's this whole approach where you, the developer, are in the driver's seat, guiding an AI that actually gets what you're saying, can look at your existing code, and then generate whole solutions for you. It's a real partnership. But for this whole partnership thing to actually work, you gotta have the right mindset. And honestly, the best mental model is this. Think of your AI copilot as a super talented but kind of inexperienced junior developer. I mean, they're wicked fast, they have this vast knowledge base, but they have zero real-world experience with your business. They need you to guide them, and maybe most importantly, you have to review their work. All right, so if this AI is our new teammate, well, we need to figure out who's doing what, right? Let's break down the roles in this new human-AI partnership. And this is where it gets really clear when you see it laid out like this. Look, you are still the architect. You've got the critical domain knowledge, you're making the big decisions, and you're the final word on quality. That doesn't change. The AI, it brings the raw speed, the consistency, and a massive breadth of knowledge about all sorts of patterns and APIs. It's there to assist, but you're the one directing the show. Okay, so your AI is your teammate. Great. But how do you talk to it? This is where we get into the art of the conversation, which is really just a better way of saying effective prompting. And trust me, getting this right is everything. This example right here, it's pretty much the number one role. Think about it. You would never walk up to a junior dev and just say, hey, create a page. No way. You'd give them a specifics. It's the exact same principle here. A vague prompt gets you a vague and usually useless result. But a specific prompt, that gives the AI a clear blueprint to work from, and that's what saves you a ton of time. And right alongside specificity, you've got context. It's just as crucial. Add a field. I mean, what does that even mean? It could be anything, but the second you add the why for newsletter subscriptions, suddenly the AI can make way smarter choices about how to implement it. It's not just about telling it what to do, it's about telling it why. So how can you give the AI better context? Well, a lot of it really just comes down to good old-fashioned coding habits, things like descriptive file names and well-documented code. That kind of project hygiene isn't just for your human teammates anymore. Your AI partner is constantly looking at your workspace, so a clean, well-organized project means you've got a well-briefed partner. All right, so you've had the conversation, your AI teammate has generated some code. Now what? This part is absolutely critical. We need to set up some rules of engagement. Seriously, if there is only one thing you take away from all of this, let it be this phrase. Trust that the AI is going to make you faster, more efficient. But you must always, always verify the code it writes. Remember, you're the senior dev in this relationship. The buck stops with you. Think of this table as your go-to cheat sheet. Let the AI do the heavy lifting, the boilerplate stuff, the repetitive tasks. But please never, ever let it make architectural decisions for you. And don't just copy-paste code you don't fully understand. And this is a big one. AI-generated code still has to go through your team's full code review and testing process. No shortcuts, no exceptions. Any good team lead knows the strengths and weaknesses of everyone on their team, right? Well, your AI copilot is no different. You absolutely have to understand its limits if you want to avoid some really serious mistakes. Okay, these are the big ones you need to watch out for. Its knowledge has a cutoff date, so it might suggest old, outdated code. It has zero idea what your business actually does. It can only see a tiny piece of your code base at any one time. And maybe the most important thing to remember, it cannot run or test the code it writes. That is 100% your job. So, knowing all that, are there times when you should be extra careful? Maybe even tell the AI to sit this one out? Oh, absolutely. Basically, when the stakes are high, your expertise has to be even higher. So anything to do with security, financial calculations, or things that touch core data integrity, you need to treat any AI suggestions here with extreme caution. These are exactly the kinds of places where a tiny little mistake, the kind an AI with no business context could easily make, could be an absolute disaster. So let's bring it all together. The AI is an incredible assistant, a true productivity multiplier. It can draft code and handle boring tasks like nothing we've ever seen. But, and this is a big but, it is not a replacement for your experience. At the end of the day, you are the architect. You are the quality control. You own the results. You know, this whole shift to agentic coding, it really changes the nature of what we do as developers. It's becoming less about just typing syntax and more about directing, reviewing, and architecting solutions. So the real question for the future isn't just how do you code, it's how do you lead a team, a human and AI team, to build amazing software.